Welcome everybody to Ontario Motor Sales. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the future of luxury and tech combined into one gorgeous package with zero compromise. This is the 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport. Stay tuned. We are going to take you on a tour of all the great features, the EV powertrain, and everything you're going to need to know to make a great decision to jump behind the wheel of this Escalade IQ. All right, so let's jump into the EV powertrain. I think that's the most important thing that we want to talk about, aside from the incredible luxury on the interior. Now, this Escalade IQ features a dual motor setup, one motor on the front, one motor on the rear, and it's going to give you a combined horsepower of 750 horsepower. That all means that you have a 0 to 100 time of under 5 seconds. Now, that's not terribly relevant when we're talking about a 7-passenger luxury SUV, but of course you want to know that this is not going to be a slouch. It's going to be fun to drive, just as every other EV promises. Now, with that dual motor setup, you can tow up to 8,000 pounds. So you can still tow all the toys behind you, and it doesn't lack any power to do that whatsoever. Now, coming around to the back here, let's talk about the battery pack. We have a 205 kilowatt hour battery pack on this, same powertrain as the Hummer EV. We have a range of 720 to 750 kilometers. Our charge ports features a J1772 plus the DC fast charging port right here. You can also get the adapter to plug into Tesla superchargers as well, which obviously greatly improves your charging network when you're on the road. That charger in the back is also an onboard 19.2 kilowatt level 2 charger, meaning you can charge this at 19.2 kilowatts from the comfort of your home overnight on obviously off-peak energy, which is going to be fantastic to save you money when you're charging. And then your fast charging can reach speeds up to 350 kilowatts. That is a very, very fast charge. That means that in 10 minutes time, you can get well over 200 kilometers of range back into this. So that way it's a quick stop for a coffee, and then you're on the road back again with lots of range. Now let's take a look at the beauty of the Escalade IQ, starting off up front here with this incredible light system in the front. We have LED lights across the board, this fantastic LED lighting system, the amber light system, and then look at this center display. We have the customizable LED front lights with the grille. The Escalade logo is lit up as well. I wish it was a little bit darker so you could see this better, but rest assured that at nighttime, this has an absolutely incredible presence. Seeing this in your rear view mirror is something special. Now, because this is an EV, we have a frunk, and this frunk here, I gotta admit, is probably the most luxurious, biggest frunk I've ever seen on a vehicle. Look at how massive this is. You can fit a full-size suitcase back here with plenty of room to spare. It is all Cadillac. We have this nice little liner here that kind of pulls out. We have the lined frunk as well. Usually this is just a plastic area, but this has been lined with this beautiful carpet. And then inside here, we also have 120 volt, 400 watt power adapter, so you can charge up whatever you'd love to in this front as well. This would be fantastic for tailgating. I mean, it's an incredible system. Now let's close up the front. We'll continue around to the side here. Now look at these 24-inch 7-spoke alloy wheels. These are aero wheels, meaning that they are aerodynamically correct. They try to push the air around the outside of the Escalade, You don't need to cool the brakes on this because this obviously has regenerative braking and one pedal drive. Now, behind that fantastic 24-inch wheel, we have adaptive air ride plus the mag ride control. We even have rear steering on this Escalade. So these rear wheels will also pivot to help you get into tight parking spots. It really is quite incredible. I'm going to put up a little clip of that as we were talking over it so you can see that. Now, in the fender, we have the turn signal light integrated into here, a nice Cadillac badge. We have the black mirror caps, and then we have the integrated side step down below. What I like that they didn't do on the Escalade IQ, which they've done on other vehicles when you're EV, is have those flush mounted door handles. I like the fact that these are regular door handles. I think it just keeps it looking nice and classy and not too futuristic. You don't want something EV that looks like it's at a 2036. Taking a look at the back, integrated rear spoiler, obviously these LED turn signals and LED taillights are all integrated here. And then taking a step back, just so you can see this beautiful rear tailgate, we have the Escalade IQ badge, a Cadillac badge, and then the 1000 E4. That is just the way they do meganewtons in power. Cadillac's always shown that on the back. We have the integrated tow hitch receiver here as well. Remember, this tows up to 8,000 pounds. And then popping this open, our power tailgate pops up. And then look at all the room we have back here. Again, 7-passenger SUV, tons of space in the back. That's probably why you're looking at a Cadillac. Obviously, you need a little bit more room. Well, this definitely does have all of that. We have another home outlet back here, so you can charge things up in the back if you like. And then we have the power folding seats as well. And these fold down very quickly, as you can see. Now you have a nice fold flat cargo system. Makes loading this up, maybe if you're headed up to the cottage for the first time of the year or whatever, lots of room back here for that. And then back up with the switch as well. Let's close this up. We'll continue our tour around the outside. This is a beautiful color of paint. It's a silver with almost like a hint of holographic in it too. It's got that silver that turns to like almost like a light tan. Really, really something special for the color of the paint. Now that we're back up front, we're going to take you inside. Let's explore all 3 rows of this incredible Escalade IQ. All right, let's start off looking at the back seats of the Escalade IQ. Now, the one thing that I love about this vehicle is that no matter where you sit, you are just in a lap of luxury. Let's have a look at this beautiful, huge piece of glass up top. This is absolutely massive, almost stretches frame to frame, lets in lots of light, but it is nicely tinted as well. So those nice summer days aren't going to keep you really hot. It's perfect. It really is. Now, look at these beautiful quilted perforated leather seats. These are great, nice big armrests, tons of room in the center. Beautiful looking seats. Of course, the back seats as well are fantastic. Let's hop in here and have a seat. Now, one of the things about the Escalade IQ that I found very unique is the 5-zone climate control system. So here you can see that the second row have independent temperatures for each side of the vehicle, and then the third row has their independent temperature as well. Something very cool, very unique that I found on this vehicle. So, I mean, obviously, when you have guests in here, whether it's clients, your family, friends, they're all going to be extremely, extremely comfortable. Heated seats for the captain's chairs in the back. We have this really nice center console as well. Cup holders that pop out. And then down below, we have USB inputs and another regular home outlet too. So everybody can stay charged up, plugged in back here. We also have these fantastic wireless Bluetooth headphones that come with this vehicle as well to connect to the audio. And then taking a look at the third row seats, these are just beautiful. Same idea, same quilted leather, and then USB ports and cup holders included in here. So you can imagine sitting back here as a passenger, I mean, you are treated to some luxury. Now for the driver and the passenger. Having a look inside the interior, again, this beautiful big piece of glass up top. The same fantastic seats. We have the airline style headrests. We've got this nice perforated quilted leather. These are heated and cooled seats, power seats, obviously connected to 2 driver memory settings with the easy entry assist, our heated seats, our cooled seats, our power lumbar, everything here nicely laid out on the driver's door panel. And now let's hop in here and let's start up this Escalade IQ so you can see how this incredible dash just kind of comes to life. So this is the Cadillac IQ's 55-inch pillar-to-pillar infotainment system. It is absolutely stunning. You start this Escalade up and you just kind of look around and go, what am I looking at? I mean, it's just so incredible. It is divided into 3 different areas. We have the driver's gauges here. We have the center information, or kind of the infotainment portion, and then the passenger infotainment portion as well. So let's kind of walk you through what we're looking at here. And this is in combination with this, what I call the command screen, and our controller and joystick here. Okay, so it's all kind of working together as one. But let's talk about the driver's gauges first of all. And this is important because one thing that I love that Cadillac did is this is all you're going to have to show you the state of your battery. 47%, 339 kilometers. And that is so smart. There is no reason to have range anxiety in the IQ with over 700 kilometers of range. So I love that they just made this nice and simple and don't have this thing screaming out at you what the battery is at. It's nice and easy. Treat it like a cell phone. You know, with 30% left on your cell phone, there's lots of battery left. It's the same thing in this. And then the little gauge here, you can see the speedometer to the left. This is just going to show you if you're using power or if you're regenerating power through the one pedal drive. Again, a nice system. It doesn't draw any attention. It's just like, hey, are we accelerating or are we gaining back power? And it kind of shows you how much power you're using here, 1 kilowatt, for example, and that'll increase as you drive. So just a really nicely, simply laid out system for the EV driver's gauges. I love that it is simple. It really prevents range anxiety. Now, quickly looking up, that is also complemented by our heads-up display, which you kind of see there. So, you know, your traditional heads-up display with your speed, your navigation, your infotainment, like the radio and stuff like that. Over here, we just have a quick idea of what's playing on the radio and then what gear we've selected. Now, moving over to the middle of the infotainment system, you can see here we have a lot of different apps going on. There is so much great stuff with the IQ infotainment system. First of all, let's talk about our different drive modes. So we have touring, sport, snow, ice, tow, haul, and then of course VMAX, which is what gives us that incredible 0 to 100 time of under 5 seconds, and that can all be adjusted here. We also have the ability to adjust our one pedal driving. So that is something that I love that we can adjust. That's turning it off. Now it's turning it on. And then to set the level, it drops it down to this screen here. And you can see you can set the one pedal driving to off, normal, or high. And why that's important is because if it's very, very slippery conditions, I actually prefer to turn the one pedal driving completely off and use the brake like a traditional car. So it's a little bit more instinctual rather than the small learning curve of one pedal driving. But I love that you can change it from off to normal to high right here in this screen. So that's the one pedal driving. And I like that that's accessible here with our drive modes as well, all in this beautiful screen. If we go back home, My Cadillac is the app. It's almost a must when you drive an EV. It's going to allow you to do things like preheat your battery. You're going to also preheat the climate control. It's going to show you your range. It allows you to set the charging schedule for this as well, so you can charge it on off-peak hours. Of course, you can do that here through this charging app, but you can also do it through the app on your phone. So, great reason to download that, of course, and use that. Our camera system on the IQ, I mean, it's your traditional around view camera. It's got all the fantastic views. I won't bore you with all of this because if you're familiar with the around view camera, it's very similar. You can see here we've got I mean, just all of the views, the trailering view, everything's all there. We have Amazon Alexa. We have the trailering app, because don't forget, this does include the trailer package, which gives you that additional 19.2 kilowatt hour level 2 charger, which is super important. We have the ambient lighting too. Now, the ambient lighting in this is wild. There is so much customization you can do with the ambient lights on the inside. So, I mean, that is really just to your preference. You can go and adjust that as you like. We have the auto park assist, obviously with a bigger vehicle like this. It can be a little intimidating, maybe parking, but really the Escalade IQ will do it all for you. You can see it'll parallel park, it'll perpendicular park. It'll also get you out of the parking spot as well. So don't be shy. Use the park assist if you feel that that would be better for you. Now we've got Wi-Fi built in with your 5G, LTE. Obviously that's fantastic. Google Maps, lots of apps that you can download here. On top of that, because it's an EV, they recognize you're probably going to be charging on the road. So it gives you options like Amazon Prime Video, YouTube. There's a ton of apps you can download, which is really, really, I think, fantastic, because when you're charging, I mean, why wouldn't you want to sit here and watch a little YouTube, right? And this spools up and then you can watch whatever you like. You can see here, look, we're watching Tupi and Binu. So the kids in the back seat, let them be entertained while you're charging. I mean, it's going to make road trips absolutely fantastic. I love that. And, you know, there's a lot more in this infotainment system. You can do a split screen mode down here. This is all controlled, again, through this controller with, I mean, beautiful Cadillac logo in there too. So, you know, come and explore on the test drive all of what's available on the infotainment. And then over here, we have our passenger screen. Now, this screen is, when it's active, when there's somebody sitting in the passenger seat, this dims and you cannot see it from the driver's perspective, only from the passenger side. So it does take out the fact that the driver can't see it when they're driving, which makes sense. But you have access to things like HDMI, YouTube, all the cool stuff here can translate over here. So that way the passenger can have a really nice and relaxing road trip. Now, that's going to be hard to get the passenger now to take over your drive if you're on a long trip, but I mean, that's for you to discuss and decide. But this is a really, really nice system here for the passenger when there is a passenger up front. You can see the power passenger seat adjustments as well, with your heated and cooled seats are on the side as the other ones are. Now, this command screen down here, let's talk about this. This is so smart where they've put this. It's at a fingertips touch, that's a tough one. But it's all the controls you would want that aren't in the infotainment, the stuff that you want quick access to. So your 5-zone climate control system is all right here. You can adjust all that. The second row even, the third row even is all adjustable through here. We've got things like your heated and cooled seats, your heated steering wheel, even for the second row can be adjusted through here. We have a lot of our safety stuff, our drive modes, our universal garage door remote opener. The rear steering can be adjusted here as well. Now you'll see the auto, which means as you turn the wheels very hard to get into a parking spot, that rear wheel will turn as well to really reduce the amount of turning that you actually have to do. And then the arrival mode. Arrival is really kind of cool. I'll maybe put a link here to show you how that works in the video. Click on that. You can see what the arrival mode does. But it is designed for when you were pulling up, the best way I can give you an example, pulling up to a hotel on the side of a street, it kind of, you know, crab walks almost over to the right and pulls up to the street. It's really kind of cool. You can check that out in that video. Now, 2 wireless chargers, one for the driver right here, one for the passenger as well. So smart. I mean, why haven't we done that in any other car? I don't know, but leave it to the IQ, of course, to think about it. And then one other thing that I want to show you is right down here. And this is just a smart, good use of space, but we've got this big empty cavity down here that, let's face it, that is for the ladies. You can put your purse there. It stays out of the passenger side, or maybe the driver's side if you're the driver, whatever it might be, but it keeps your purse nice and clean off of the floor. And I think that's so fantastic. That's just such a great use of space. And then last but not least, we have our electronic mirror. So you can see, not a reflection. It uses the camera on the back of the Escalade to give you this camera view, which is great. It takes maybe 2.5 minutes to get used to this, and then you'll love it. Really, really nice system here. And I mean, folks, look at this. If you want something luxurious, if you want something to impress, you want to spoil your kids, you want to spoil yourself, this is uncompromised how incredible the interior of this Escalade IQ is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our tour of the Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport. We are so happy to be able to have this here to present to you at Ontario Motor Sales. You can book your test drive of this IQ by visiting us online, or of course coming down to our showroom right here in the heart of Oshawa, where you can take out this Escalade IQ and just see for yourself how incredible it would be to get behind the wheel of this and call it your own. Imagine this in your driveway. Imagine driving on your road trips with your family, your clients, your friends, your family. I mean, nothing is going to beat the experience of driving this Cadillac Escalade IQ. Thanks so much for watching. We can't wait to see you here at Ontario Motor Sales.